He's been a very good problem solver for us.
A fun guy to be around, talented guy to be around.
People drive Bob.
He's passionate about his commitment to tourism work.
Talking to people and telling them about all the great stuff that Maine has to offer.
He's the first one that really made me understand the value of the outdoor recreation economy to our state. I mean, I sort of had a handle on that working guide for a long time, but he really had a sense of how big it was and how important it was, especially in the rural parts of the state. Over the years working at the Maine legislature, you kill a lot of time. Bob and I killed a little time together over the years. At one point, we took members of the Legislative Fish and Wildlife Committee on a snowmobile trip, head of the Guides Association, head of the Snowmobile Association, and we got lost. We had a GPS, we knew where we were, but trails had been closed and not opened, and oh, it was hilarious. But we did obviously got back later than we had planned, but.
Bob knows Maine from Caribou, Presque Isle to the Allagash, all the way down through, if you were riding to Kittery, he knows what trails to be on and where to go, and he knew every corner of the state no matter where we were riding. He could tell you something about Fort Kent, he could tell you something about Belfast, he could tell you something about Bethel. Bob brings a passionate level to everything. I don't think Bob's ever turned down an ask from anybody in the state of Maine, regardless of what he was doing, and he usually answers the phone with, "Howdy."
I actually met Bob on my very first day working at the Maine Tourism Association in the Hollowell office, the main office. He was sitting with his feet up on, behind this big, huge executive desk. And then over time, I don't know what happened there, but he got sent over to work in our visitor centers, and you couldn't ask for a better representative to represent Maine in every, all seasons of Maine. He may have worked for the Snowmobile Association for a very long time, but he's an ambassador for all seasons of what to do in Maine.
Before he applied for the Executive Director Maine Snowmobile Association position sometime in the 1990s, he had not been on a snowmobile for more than 2 decades. Why did you even do that? And for him, it was a step into a wonderful career. He enjoyed being out on the trails. He loved bean suppers, club meetings, rides with Angus King and Bill Green. I think he really enjoyed being a part of that.
Bob the Dad is fun. I think he would like to believe that he was kind of strict and in charge when we were growing up, but that wasn't always the case. Bob's passion for Maine and everything in it was sort of instilled in us as children. We didn't go on vacations outside of the state. My dad would come wake us up at 4 a.m. and say, "It's time to get in the car." And we'd say, "Where are we going? It's dark." And he'd say, "Bucks to Hootie." And it would be, Rangeley or Machias. And we'd come back from school vacation and everyone would be like, "I went to Disneyland." "I didn't." We'd say, "We went to Lubeck again."
The professional Bob.
The professional Bob.
What is a professional Bob like?
I think the professional Bob.
What's the professional Bob like?
Someone that you can depend on to execute and be on top of all of the details.
Quiet, yet direct, not shy, not always taking no for an answer.
When he's here working, he's very professional, and he's actually very passionate about talking about the state of Maine. And
wanting to connect, build those relationships, collaborate, bringing different perspectives, different industries, different passions to the table.
Very interested in what's going on, very eager to share what he knows with others.
Bob's sense of humor. It's funny, haha. It's probably haha before it's funny. He's just built that way.
Bob is more of a person who can make wisecracks that are kind of quiet inside jokes, but are pretty hilarious if you're in on the humor.
He's always looking to crack a smile. He brings a quick wit and a deep, profound love of potty humor. It's certainly his grandchildren appreciate very much in present day.
so I actually invited Bob to have his own say, and he did write me something. Bob is a warm and wonderful person, and it makes my heart sing whenever I have a chance to work with him. And my staff enjoy working with Bob. One of my staff even went as far to say that he was sweet, and he's handsome. Did you know that? Bob is handsome.
Bob as Mr. Vacationland is an interesting proposition.
Mr. Vacationland, I like it.
I think the title Mr. Vacationland is actually perfect because I think that would be what he would call himself. I mean, if there's a crown involved or a sash, even better.
Oh, so I can totally see Bob on Memorial Day weekend on the turnpike holding this big banner sign, welcome to Maine.
If he could lead a moose hunt, if he could lead a successful moose hunt, then I think he may be in the running for Mr. Vacationland.
If Bob ate enough snappers, drank enough Moxie, and had a yellow slicker and a yellow hat, we could get him on the cover of Maine Invites You.
Here's an idea, we could put him on a license plate. He could knock out the chickadee, I think, probably. People would take a Bob Meyers over a chickadee. A loon, maybe not, but over a chickadee.
Bob is emotional and passionate about the significance and the importance of outdoor recreation.
Passionate about the state, passionate about snowmobiling, passionate about tourism.
He's just a simple man, really. Just the best family man, and he shows it in everything he does.
Very much a family man, a great father, but continuing today, great grandfather.
His love for his wife, his love for his kids, his love for his grandkids is, huge and unwavering, and that's just the kind of guy that he is. He's a family man.
Bob, congratulations, and thank you for a career with incredible effort that was certainly a help to me, and I know was a help to our industry.
This is a wonderful recognition, and so proud of you and your work with the tourism industry here in the state of Maine.
Thank you for being there for us. You've actually dropped everything at times to come work here when we really needed help, and we definitely appreciate you.
What an honor to see you as the recipient of this award. I couldn't think of a better person.
Congratulations, Dad, on getting the Maine Tourism Association Hall of Fame Award. We're so proud of you. You've worked so hard, and this is well deserved, so congratulations.